Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Meyer, and I am your Indiana ACAC and StriveScan facilitator for this evening. We're very excited to have you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with just a quick housekeeping item. So welcome to the Virtual College Exploration Program, again, run jointly by Indiana Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. This evening, you're going to be able to ask questions from the presenter for Vincennes University by typing in the Q&A tab. So basically, if you have any questions throughout the program, just go ahead and put those in the Q&A box. Your camera and microphone are off, so we are not able to see you or hear you. And we do encourage you to sign up for more sessions. So this is one of many sessions we're offering this week and next week, all college information sessions, and you can check out the schedule at that link. Lastly, there will be a recording available in just a couple of weeks of this presentation if you have to leave early or if you want to check it out, or any other recordings at a later date. And now I'm going to turn it over to our presenter.
Thank you, Kelly. I am going to share my screen real quick. Awesome, there we go. So again, my name is Tiffany Powell. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions and Coordinator of Multicultural Recruitment for Vincennes University. Thank you for signing up for our session. Hopefully you will find this time to be very informative and beneficial to you, and help you to gain a little bit more insight on who we are, what we are about, and what we have to offer. Again, at any point, if you have a question, please use your Q&A tab, and then I will address any and all questions at the end of my presentation. And without further ado, let's get started. So a little bit about Vincennes University. We are Indiana's very first college. We are the only public two-year residential school in the state. So that means we have residence halls. So we will talk about residence halls a little bit later in the presentation, but that is one thing that distinguishes us from other two-year schools in the state, is that we are a residential campus. We were founded in 1801. A little bit of historic trivia is that we were founded by William Harrison, who went on to become one of the presidents of the United States. We currently offer over 180 different programs. We will talk about our programs a little later in our presentation. A little bit about our student body makeup. Our students on our Vincennes campus come from 88 different Indiana counties. So we literally have students from all over the state. We have students from 20 different countries and 17 states. As far as our main campus is concerned, which is in Vincennes, Indiana, which sits between Terre Haute and Evansville, just to kind of give you some geographic perspective as to where we're located. On our main campus, we have about 2,800 students. Roughly 40% of that student body lives on campus, and the other 60% fall in the category where they can actually commute to campus. Just to give you a little bit of background on our campus, we actually sit on 20 acres of beautiful land located on the banks of the Wabash River. We actually sometimes use the Wabash River for our tube racing event that we have in the fall, as well as we have kayaking and whitewater rafting equipment that students can check out if they would like to take a little journey down the Wabash River. So beautiful campus on the banks of the Wabash River. As far as our facilities, we have 30 academic buildings, modern, up-to-date academic buildings. A couple of our newer facilities, we just recently opened a new agriculture building that is comprised of 45,000 square feet. We've recently renovated our library, our business building, and one of our halls, residential halls, Davis Hall. As far as housing is concerned, we have 6 air-conditioned halls, Freshmen are required to live on campus unless they fall into one of the following categories. They are living with a guardian that lives close to campus. They are over the age of 21. They are a veteran, married, or have a dependent that will be living with them. So if you fall in any of those categories, you're eligible to commute to campus. If you do not fall in those categories and would be starting as a freshman, you will be staying on campus in a traditional resident hall room, meaning you and one other roommate. We do have off-campus options available. So as a returning student, you are more than welcome to either return to campus living if that is your preference, or you can move off campus. There are several apartments and homes in the Vincennes area available for rent. And we also have our own off-campus living option that I will touch upon in a little bit. When it comes to room and board, the room and board covers basically your rent. So what you would pay to stay on campus in our dorm, it covers your utilities, so your lights, your internet, your cable, and of course it covers your food. The meal plans break down as follows. We have a 19 meal plan, so that's 19 meals per week. There is a 14 meal plan, and then there's a 10 meal plan. The 10 meal plan is basically what it is. It's 10 meals a day. I mean, not 10 meals a day, 10 meals a week. You have your option as to how you would like to distribute those meals out over the course of the week. The 14 meal plan provides you with 2 meals a day, 7 days a week. It is your option as to whether or not you choose breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you have 2 meals a day, 7 days a week. The 19 meal plan is 3 meals a day, Monday through Friday. Then Saturday and Sundays, you would have 2 meals per day. We only offer 2 meals per day on Saturday and Sunday, which is brunch and dinner. We do not offer early morning breakfast on the weekend because let's face it, who wants to get up super early for breakfast on the weekend? We want to sleep in a little bit and then make a leisurely stroll to brunch. Am I right? So we do brunch and dinner on the weekends, okay? So that 19 meal plan, 14 meal plan, 10 meal plan is yours to choose based on your eating habits, okay? When it comes to housing, there is a $150 deposit necessary to hold your space in housing. You would pay that after you've gone through the application, the admissions process, and been officially admitted into our school. Then you would have access to the housing application. And at that time, that is when you would submit your housing deposit. We send out room assignments in July. You do have the option to select who you would like to room with. If you have someone in mind, then what will happen on your housing application, you would put your preferred roommate on your housing application, and your desired roommate would put your name on their housing application so that the two of you cross match. If by chance you have no idea as to who you would like to room with, there are items on the housing application where you can indicate preferences, and we will match you up with someone based on your preferences. Your housing deposit, if by chance things change in life, your housing deposit is refundable up until August 1st. Or if you're starting the fall semester. If you're starting spring semester, your housing deposit is refundable up until December the 15th. And again, if you have questions about anything that I'm stating, please put your question in the Q&A box. French Quarter Apartments. This is our brand new off-campus living facility. So as you can see in the picture, it is very reminiscent of residential living or homes in the French Quarter in the New Orleans area. This is for returning students. So as a freshman, you are not able to live in the French Quarter apartments, but as a returning student and have a minimum of 24 credit hours, you have the option to move into the French Quarter apartments. These are 3-student apartments. We do have some 5, we have some 2-bedroom, but the majority are 3 students. Each student will have a private bedroom and a private bathroom, and it is a fully equipped apartment. So refrigerator, microwave, all the luxury necessities that is desirable in off-campus living. You do not have to select a meal plan unless you choose one. Now, we do have some commuter students that will select the 10 meal plan because they know they plan on being on campus 5 days out of the week. So they will select a 10 meal plan, but you are not required to select a meal plan to live in our French Quarter apartments. Sorry about that. So sports, seeing that we are a 2-year school, we fall under the National Junior College Athletic Association. We are a D1 school within that division. We have a number of different sports, clubs, intramural sports. So if you are an athlete currently, but you really have no desire to play on a collegiate level, but would like to stay physically active, we have the option of intramural sports. We have a recreational center with a full service workout facility. We have an aquatic center where if you like to swim and get a few laps in that way, you have that option as well. If you're not into sports, but you want to stay active outside of class, we have over 70 clubs and organizations on campus that you can get involved with. The clubs and organizations, some of those are academic focused. So if you are in a particular area of study, you may find that there is a club or an organization that correlates with that area of study. Other clubs and organizations are special interest groups. So you have a nice variety of things to choose from to kind of keep you active and involved in campus, give you a little bit of break from class life, because yes, you are there to be a student, but we also want you to enjoy your experience while you're there. This right here just lists some of the different activities that we do throughout the year. And I should say throughout a typical year. Due to COVID, some of the activities that we would normally do, of course, we had to cancel this year. Others, we had to get really creative on how to effectively be socially distant during those activities. But this gives you an idea of some of the things that we normally do. Again, just to bring some entertainment, some excitement, some fun things to do outside of classroom life. A little bit about our support services. So we are very big on making sure that you have the tools and the resources necessary to make sure that you are a successful student and have an enjoyable experience while you're at Vincennes University. We offer free tutoring regardless of the subject matter. If you are a student that is in need of tutoring, you would just go to our Learning Resource Center and inquire about getting a tutor. You would not have to pay for that. However, if you are excelling in a particular area of study and feel that you can tutor someone else and help someone else along their journey, then as a tutor, you would be paid. But if you are receiving tutoring, you do not need to pay for that service. And the tutoring services are located in the Shake Learning Resource Center, which is in our library. If you fall in the category and need special accommodations, or you have a diverse ability, whether it is in physical capabilities or learning styles, we do have an office that is equipped to address those needs and support you in those endeavors. And then we also have support programs, STEP, COPE, Experience VU, Summer Bridge, and our Summer Success Center. Those programs start during the summer And then they have areas that they have meetings and programs throughout the academic year to help you along the way. But those summer programs are an excellent way for freshmen that desire that additional support to come down the summer prior to their fall semester, get a little jump start on accumulating some college credit, getting acclimated to campus life before diving in full force in the fall. So if you feel like you need a little support in that area or desire a little support in that area, you are able to take advantage of those support programs. So areas of study. Like I previously mentioned, we have over 180 different areas of study. Yes, we are a two-year school. The majority of our programs are associate degree programs. However, we also offer bachelor degree programs, and we also have certificate programs. These are our bachelor degree programs. We have these concentrations that you can pursue a four-year degree through VINCENNES University, okay? As far as our associate degree programs, they fall into two categories. We have associate degree transfer. Those are areas of study where you would need at minimum a bachelor's degree in order to be employed in that particular area, that particular industry, I should say. So the way that program would work with us, you would come to VINCENNES, you would take your first 2 years with us. So you would get your associate's degree in your desired area of study. Then you would transfer and finish up your four-year degree elsewhere. If you desire to transfer to one of the four-year institutions within the state of Indiana, you should have no problems transferring those credits over, provided that one of two main things happen. One, you did well in your classes. So you successfully completed those classes with a satisfactory grade. The other thing is that you stick with the same course of study. So for instance, in this particular situation, a apples to apples situation as far as transferring works best as opposed to an apples to orange situation. By that, I mean, if you came to VINCENNES and majored in, I'll just use culinary arts as an example. If you majored in that particular area of study, but then decided to, once you were done at VINCENNES, transfer to a four-year institution that did not offer culinary arts, let's say you decided to pick up business, for example. Yes, you could still transfer. Yes, your electives would transfer over, but those culinary arts classes would not because they have nowhere to land. So yes, you would be able to transfer, but all of your credit hours would not transfer over with you. Hopefully that makes sense. But yes, we have associate degree transfer program. If by chance you're like, you know what, I'm okay with doing my first 2 years in the state of Indiana, but when I finish up my program, I want to spread my wings a little bit. I want to venture outside of the state. Our credit are 900 colleges and universities across the country. So there's literally no shortage as to where you can transfer. It's just a matter of finding what school would be the best fit for you to transfer and finish up your four-year degree. The other component for our associate degree programs is the career and technical. Those are areas of study where you can do 2 years at VINCENNES and you will have enough education and practical experience where you can start a career in that field. So for instance, manufacturing, you can do a 2-year degree in manufacturing and jump right into the career and start developing and growing your career within the manufacturing industry with no problems. Some of our areas of study that fall under career and technical, you may have the option of pursuing a 4-year degree in that industry. If that is the case, we will work with you to help you find the school that would be the best fit to transfer and finish up your 4-year degree. But a 4-year degree is not required for those areas of study that fall under our career and technical components. And then we also have certificate programs. Those are one-year programs. Those are non-degree awarding programs, and they are designed to help you concentrate on a particular certification within a specific field and designed to help you get into the workforce within a year, okay? Just a little bit about our graduates. Our graduates are employed by a lot of the leading companies, not only in Indiana, but the US. And like I mentioned previously, our credits easily transfer to all respected four-year institutions. And then we do have some schools that we have an articulation agreement with. And we have about 100 articulation agreements, not only in the state of Indiana, but across the country. So those particular articulation agreements are program specific. They will outline specific classes that you would need to take while you're at Vincennes and specific grades you will need to achieve in each of those classes to ensure a successful transfer to whatever institution that particular articulation agreement is with. Okay. As far as admissions eligibility, so these are the steps to ensure that you have a successful packet for admissions review. Of course, a completed application. You can find our application online at www.vinu.edu/apply. We are currently waiving our application fee for the entire year, okay? And that is something new for this academic year. We're currently waiving it for the entire year. You wanna make sure that your counselor sends us your high school transcript. And then once you have graduated from high school, you want to make sure that your guidance office sends us your final transcript. Or when it comes to scores, you are passing high school equivalency scores. So if you take a alternate route as far as completing high school, you would need to send us those high school equivalency scores. And then if by chance you are in any dual credit courses, you will need to send us your college transcript with those credits outlined. If by chance those dual credit courses are not listed on your high school transcript. Many high schools will list the dual credit classes on their high school transcript. If by chance you are at a high school that does not list those dual credit courses, you want to make sure that whatever school you're getting those college credits from sends us a transcript. We are an open enrollment institution, so that means we do not require a specific GPA in order to admit you into our school, nor do we require SAT or ACT scores in order to admit you into our school. Now, if you provide us with those scores, we will absolutely take a look at those scores. However, if you do not submit those scores, it will not hold up your application file being reviewed for admission. In order to prove eligibility, in order to register for classes, so once you've been officially admitted, in addition to submitting housing paperwork, if you would be living on campus, you would also have to meet eligibility in order to select your classes for the upcoming academic year. So the ways you can prove eligibility is to provide us with your GQE scores. If you already have college credit, your high school equivalency scores. If you submit your SAT, ACT scores, we can review that for registration eligibility. Of course, your GPA and the classes that you've taken while you're in high school. If you do not have any of the previous, well, I should say SAT or ACT scores, or you haven't submitted any college credit, we would ask you to take the AccuPlacer. We will look at your AccuPlacer scores in determining what college level math and college level English courses to place you in. And then also another way to prove registration eligibility is if you graduate from high school with a honors diploma. You only have to submit one of these options. But if you fall into all of these categories and submit all of these categories, great, but you're only really required to submit one. Let's talk a little bit about cost. So this right here gives you the breakdown as far as the 2020-2021 tuition per credit hours. So you're looking at the equivalency of 3 credit hours per class, 15 credit hours, and then this gives you the breakdown to the right of the screen gives you the breakdown of room and board. So as I mentioned earlier, we have the 10 mil, the 14 mil, the 19 mil. And you can see with the difference between the 19 mil and the 14 mil, it is less than $200 difference. So again, if you like 3 meals a day normally, you're probably leaning towards the 19 meal plan. And so that cost would be just a little shy of $200 increase. So this gives you the total cost per year. Now this is for the 2020-2021 academic year. So our current academic year. Cost for next academic year in regards to tuition and things like that have not been determined as of yet. That determination is usually made in the spring semester, early spring, usually, but this gives you a good baseline as to what it costs right now. So you're looking at $18,303.40. That is if you are planning to be a full-time enrolled student, so 15 credit hours a semester, and you're planning to live on campus, okay? And this entails a 14 meal plan. So again, if you're leaning towards the 19 meal plan, just add an extra $200 to that. This is prior to scholarships and or financial aid. So any financial aid that you receive based on the results of your FAFSA form, any scholarships you may receive, whether they come from Vincennes University or you receive a scholarship from an outside source and you have those funds sent to Vincennes University and credited towards your account, those dollar amounts would be subtracted from the top, and then we would let you know bottom line out-of-pocket expense for your upcoming academic year. Our scholarship application deadline is January the 19th. That means it needs to be in our hands by January the 19th, okay? So if you're thinking about Vincennes University, you definitely want to go ahead and apply, get that ball rolling. Let us have the time to process your paperwork, get you in our system as an admitted student, get you up to speed on your next steps, get you the scholarship application, and then allow yourself time to successfully complete that scholarship application and still have it turned into us prior to the January 19th deadline, okay? If you are planning to be a commuter student, to your right, you will see the estimated cost for commuter students. And as you can see, not only does our cost listed include the tuition, it also includes an estimate for books. If you will be bringing a car, it shows that our parking permit is $30 for the academic year, and then it includes our activities fee, okay? And then as always, you want to make sure you file your FAFSA. Please make sure that you list Vincennes University as a school that you would like your results sent to. And the deadline for the FAFSA is April 15th. So just some quick final facts about Vincennes. Our student to faculty ratio is currently 21:1. We have an average class size of about 12 students. A large class for us is 25 students. That is large. So we're not like some colleges and universities where even your most popular elective is in a lecture hall. You're looking at a max of about 25 students. We really pride ourselves on having small classes, because we want you to be in a situation where not only can you absorb everything that you need to learn from a knowledge base. If you are in a hands-on profession, we want to make sure that you have the time that you need to get that hands-on training that you need to be successful in your desired career. But also we want to present you with a situation where you can develop a good working relationship with your professor. A lot of the professors and faculty are teaching in industries that they have previously and or currently continue to work in. So they are an excellent resource, not only for possible job opportunities in the future, but they can be an excellent resource for internships and apprenticeships. So you want to make sure that you develop a good working relationship with them, but you also want to make sure that you get to develop a good working relationship with your peers that are in the classes alongside you. So in those cases that you may have to work on a class project or you do a study groups, you want to make sure that you get a good working relationship with them to ensure that not only you are successful in the class, but your peers are successful in the class. And then, of course, if you would like more information, definitely check out our website. Again, our website is www.vinu.edu. You can follow us on Twitter. You see our Twitter handle there. Or if you are on Facebook, there is our Facebook handle as well. If you would like to get in touch with me directly, again, my name is Tiffany Powell. My email address is tpowell@vinu.edu. If by chance you forget that and didn't have a chance to jot that down, you can find me on our website on the admissions page as well. Let's see here. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Let's see if we have any questions. I see no questions. Okay. Well, this has been awesome. Thank you for visiting with us. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We will be more than happy to assist you. One thing I did neglect to mention, campus visit is very, very important. If you desire to visit our campus, you have two options. You can do a virtual visit, or you can come to campus and do a face-to-face visit. On our website, you will visit the admissions page, click campus visit, and it will provide you with the two ways that you can sign up for either a virtual visit or a face-to-face visit. So definitely visit campus, whether it's virtually initially or face-to-face. Come tour around, see what we have to offer. That's the best way to see if you can envision yourself on our campus, taking our classes, being a part of our student body and our campus community. So again, it has been wonderful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me.
All right, thank you so much, Tiffany. That was awesome. Lots of really great information. And I'm going to go ahead and, whoops. All right, one too far. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Just a few quick housekeeping items to finish up. There is a quick survey for you to fill out when you leave the meeting, and we'd ask you please fill that out for us. It's very, very helpful to our state organization and to StriveScan as well. And again, we encourage you to sign up for more sessions. There are lots of college admission sessions happening this week and next week. And you can look at the list here at this website and see, maybe a couple universities that you're interested in are happening at the same time. You can always check out the recording after the fact in a couple of weeks. So as you can see, the recording will be available at that link. So thanks again for joining us. I hope that everyone has a great evening. And thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.